All right, welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into something a little different today?
I am. Always up for a challenge.
Yeah, me too. And I think this one might just take the cake.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
So we've got this scene description. It's short, sweet, but packed with enough suspense to make your heart race.
Sounds right up our alley. What kind of scene are we talking about? Give me the juicy details.
Okay, so picture this. A narrow room, dim lighting, the kind of place that just makes you feel like the walls are closing in. You know that feeling.
Ugh, yeah. I'm already feeling claustrophobic just thinking about it. It's amazing how a well-written description can do that to you? Transport you right into the scene.
Right. And to make matters worse, there's broken furniture everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like something went down in there, something you don't even want to think about.
Oh, I am absolutely thinking about it. Broken furniture, that's like instant story fuel. Makes you wonder, was there a fight? A desperate attempt to escape? Or maybe something even more sinister?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Your mind just goes to all these dark places.
Well, it's hard not to when you start with such a strong image, right? You've got the claustrophobic space, the broken furniture, and then you throw a character into the mix.
Exactly. And speaking of characters, we've got our protagonist, a man. He's described as being absolutely terrified, sweat dripping down his face, eyes wide with panic. You can practically feel his heart pounding through the page.
It's like he's staring right at you, pleading for help. That kind of visceral reaction, it's hard to ignore. And it speaks volumes about the situation, even without any dialogue.
Okay, but here's where things take a turn for the seriously creepy. Scrawled all over the walls, there are these cryptic messages. Like, we don't know what they say, but you just know they're bad news.
Ooh, cryptic messages, now we're talking. That's a classic suspense builder. Are they threats, warnings, some kind of coded message that holds the key to the whole mystery? So many possibilities.
Right. And it's like they're just taunting him, these messages. Like he's trapped in this room with them, and they're all he has to focus on. And then, get this, there's this phrase written on the wall, bold letters, even kind of glowing. Death room.
Whoa. Hold on, death room. That's not ominous at all.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, talk about setting the mood right. You can practically smell the fear and desperation. And, it really makes you think about the power of typography, how something as simple as a font choice can completely change the tone of a scene.
Totally. It's like the typography becomes a character itself.
Yeah.
Big, bold, glowing, like it's trying to intimidate, to warn you away.
Yeah, like a big neon sign screaming, "Turn back now!"
Mm.
But of course, our protagonist is stuck. And then, just to amp up the creep factor, there are these eerie shadows lurking in the corners of the room. It's like the darkness itself is alive.
Ugh, shadows.
Yeah.
Talk about tapping into our primal fears, right? It's that whole idea of the unknown, the things that could be hiding just out of sight. You start to imagine all sorts of horrors lurking in those shadows.
You said it. I mean, this whole scene is like a masterclass in how to create suspense. Just a few well-chosen details, and bam, you're hooked. But it also leaves us with so many questions. Like, who is this guy? What got him into this mess? And the big one, what's waiting for him outside that locked door?
That's the beauty of it, right? It's like a snapshot, a single frame from a much larger story. We're left to fill in the blanks, to create our own narratives based on the clues we're given, and that's what makes it so engaging. So I have to ask, what story do you see unfolding in this death room? What happened before? What happens next? It's all up to you.
That's what I love about these deep dives. We can pick apart these little details and really get our imaginations working. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones we tell ourselves.
Absolutely. And sometimes the most terrifying ones, too.
Until next time.
Happy nightmares.